Hello everyone, welcome back to the room. We're in the Sunday League again, still in season 6. We're in round 6 now. We're at Monza today, one make and we're Porsche 911 R3s. So we're going on a grid walk today. On pole again we have Nick. This is his second pole in a row. Basically finished 7th, probably down to bad strategy, so looking to do better from pole today. Second place, another second place close behind F1 last round. He's still top of the table in the championship. This being round 6, we're getting close to dropping rounds, so see how the table pans out. Drsl didn't race in round 5. He's 4th in the championship, looking for another strong result today, starting from 3rd place. In 4th place we have Chris. Came 8th in the last round. He's 6th in the championship so far, still yet to get the results he's capable of. So starting 4th, we'll be looking to do a bit better. In 5th place we have Alex, picked up another podium last round. He's 2nd in the championship overall so far. I think he's picked up 3 or 4 podiums at least this season so far. In 6th place we have myself, picked up my best result last round, hung on for a 5th place. I'm sitting in 9th in the championship at the moment. In the 7th place we have Richie. He's only raced 1 round this season, so we'll be looking to get more points on the board to avoid relegation. In 8th place we have Daz. He's missed 2 rounds so far, so he's also sitting near the bottom end of the table. See how things go this race. Obviously we're looking to pick up some strong points. In 9th place we have Wilco, just ahead of Daz in the championship, and as I say, things are going to start getting tight at the top and the bottom this season. And in 10th place we have F1, had some issues during qualifying this round, but it should be interesting to see what you can do from the back of the grid. Obviously a very quick driver. Everyone's starting on the race in super softs today. Let's get underway. So here we are then at Monza. Rod, take a look back from the leader, knee jogger, started on pole last round, finished 7th place. As I say, he'll be looking to get away well here, which he has done. So see if everyone can keep it neat and tidy going into the first chicane. So it looks like Smith's gone up in the side. Smith's made contact with knee jog first part of the chicane. Right. That start. So yeah, as we watch that start again, looks like knee jogger got a little bit of got a much better getaway than Smith, who drops back into third place. So, got the side of knee jogger. Place for Smith there. Sorry. So unfortunately, knee jogger wasn't the first. Smith was the only victim of his own mistake by the looks of it. So it's moved everyone up the place. So rejoin the leader, knee jogger. Daz in 2nd now, Chris in 3rd, Alex in 4th, myself in 5th, Daz in 6th, Richie in 7th, F1 up to 8th now, so he's made a couple of positions up from the start. Wilco in 9th and Smith down in 10th. See if Drsl can put a bit of pressure on knee jogger from here. So Chris in 3rd, Alex close behind 4th. Bit of a train developing now. Myself in 5th, Daz 6th, Richie 7th, F1 in 8th, Wilco 9th, Smith in 10th. So Smith another half a lap or so we'll be on the back end of this train. We've got Nijog crossing the line, completing the first lap in first place. So it's on Nijog and Des, got a little bit of a gap to Chris in third place. He's dragging 4 or 5 cars along with him at the moment. So it gets a little bit tight going into the first chicane. Looks like F1's made another place there on Richie. F1 up to 7th, Richie down to 8th. So jump on with Alex in 4th place. Putting Chris under pressure. So there's been a little bit of a gap developing between Chris and Drsl in second. So F1's putting Daz under a bit of pressure straight away as well. So Des has closed that gap massively to Nijog in first place as well as they come through the first chicane. Des no more than half a second behind. Might be extending that gap a little bit, but I don't think so. Des is still in these slipstreams. They come through the second chicane up to the Lesmos. Look at this train of cars here. So we've got Chris in third, Alex in 4th, myself in 5th, Daz 6th, F1 in 7th, Richie in 8th, Smith in 9th, Wilco down to 10th. Smith's moved up place. Yeah, all 8 cars very, very close together. First turn, Nijog and Des just pulling away a little bit. So Alex still all over the back of Chris at the moment. Fleet of Porsches come up to Parabolica, going through it nose to tail so you can get a better exit onto the main straight. So Chris has pulled away as Alex has dropped back a little bit. So I have a little look inside into the first corner, just not far enough ahead. So Alex comes 4th place, slot back into 5th. Looks like it's kicking off behind as F1's having a look at Daz now. He's going to have the inside of this corner now. He just tucks in behind. Thinks about it, and yeah, someone goes off further up. That might have been Chris. I think Chris just ran a little bit wide, so he's dropped back. He pulled away a little bit from Alex, but so Alex had closed the gap again. So 6, 7 cars here, all battling. That's still holding F1 off at the moment. excellent driving from everyone so far, all neat and tidy. As looks like I've got a better run coming out of Ascari. So yeah, just I'm in front, going into Parabolica. As long as I get a good exit, should be safe on the main straight. So still got the slipstream of Chris in third place. So yeah, all looks neat and tidy at the moment. Yeah, job done on Alex there, up into fourth place. So Alex looks like he's going to come under pressure from Daz now as well. Daz is in front, looks like F1's got the inside of the first chicane as well, so that's Alex has dropped pretty much 3 places in. So F1 runs wide coming out of the first chicane, he's lost a lot of momentum, so Alex is back up in the fifth. So he lost 3 places and gained 2 over the space of about 3 corners. All kicking off in the midfield at the moment. So go on board with F1, who's back in front of Daz. I can't keep up with who's where at the moment, but we've got F1 in 6th, Daz in 7th. Smith putting Daz under pressure as well. Midfield just chopping and changing at the moment. It's quite hard to stay on top of. He's got F1 really close to Alex. He's right up his bumper at the moment. Still coming up to Ascari. He's got the inside. Oh, they go side by side. It's like a little bit of contact as they're coming together, and Alex has been sent flying into the barriers. I think the back end just kicked out on him. That's Alex all the way down to 10th place. Let's have another look at that. Oh yeah, back on board with Alex coming into Ascari as they're side by side. No contact there, but he's just kicked the grass, and yeah, he's just sideswiped himself into F1 and bounced off again by the looks of it. That's a shame. He's down to 10th place. He's got about a third of the race gone, so it's 2/3 of the race to recover. That's F1 up to 6th place, close behind. So let's move Smith up into 5th as well after all of that. So Smith, after his first lap incident, has got his head down and moved himself up into 5th. As it looks like I'm taking a look into the first corner. So yeah, got the job done on Chris, moved myself up into 3rd place. Chris down to 4th. F1 into 5th. Smith 6th, Richie 7th. Daz in 8th, Wilco 9th. Alex 10th, just recovering now. They're struggling to stay on top of this midfield pack at the moment. We'll rejoin the leaders any second, promise. Looks like I made a bit of a mistake. Yeah, picks up a penalty going into Lesmos. Just got the job done on Chris at the start of this lap, but been a little bit untidy since then. Chris has got the slipstream coming down to Ascari. See if he takes a look. He's close enough, but I think he'll wait. Yeah, he just slots in behind. So ideally you want to be taking over. Oh, it looks like I've made an absolute mess of Ascari anyway. So Chris retains 3rd place. Myself down to 4th. F1 up to 5th. Smith close behind is 6th. So F1's overtaken Smith somewhere as well. Yeah, I think just diving into the pits, I think. First man to the pit, 11 minutes. Moves F1 up to 4th. Smith into 5th. So Smith has got a slipstream coming down the main straight. Is he going to have a look into the first chicane? I think he is. Side by side, he's got the inside. F1 gives him enough room. F1's gone wide into the first corner. He's lost 2 more places there by the looks of it. Maybe 3. Yeah, Wilco comes round as well. So after my pit stop, I moved back into 8th place. I think F1 and Alex are having a bit of a discussion about their earlier incident. F1 giving the place back there by the looks of it. So, F1 down in 10th, Alex back up in 9th. We'll have a quick look at the leaders, shall we? The knee jogger in first. Sorry if the mic's playing up a little bit. Knee jogger in first place, Drsl in second, Chris back in the third after my mistake. I've pitted, so that's Smith up in the fourth, Daz fifth, Wilco sixth, myself 8th, Alex 9th, F1 10th. Oh, as we just catch Richie going incredibly wide there, so that's Daz up into 5th place. Looks like Wilco's going to have a run as well. Yeah, Wilco gets the job done, so just coming out of a scary there. Looked like Richie went extremely wide onto the gravel, coming onto the straight, so just got lost a couple of places. Richie dropping down to 7th, so we look like Smith coming into the pits. So it's Wilco up into 5th, Daz up into 4th, myself back up into 6th after my early pit stop. Smith in 7th, Alex in 8th, F1 in 9th. Sorry, Richie in, no, just sorting the order out now. Richie in 10th, yeah, F1 in 9th, Richie just rejoining the track in 9th and 10th. Apologies for any sound cutting out. This mic is playing up something chronic. I'll try and keep my hand in a certain position to stop it doing that. So anyway, where are we? 14-minute mark now. So right on board with the leader. Just over a quarter of a tank left. Looks like Drsl done a little bit of a better job on the fuel saving. Just tucking in the slipstream, just early upshifts. So come around Parabolica to start lap 9. 1 minute 48s at the moment from both guys. So we've got knee into the pits, so we've got knee jog into the pits and Drsl staying out for another lap, so we'll see if see if Drsl can make the overcut work. We've got Chris also pitting from 3rd place, got Wilco staying out, so imagine he move up to 3rd place when Wilco up to 2nd. Yep, so knee jogger's obviously taken on a lot of fuel, long pit stop, and he's rejoined the race in 3rd place. I've got myself up into 4th after my very early pit stop. Got Smith very close behind me now though. Smith in 5th. Chris rejoining the race in 6th place. Alex in 7th. Richie down in 8th. So he's made up a couple of places. Daz in 9th, F1 down in 10th. So imagine Dsl's going to pit this lap. Got Wilco in 2nd still, knee jogger not close enough yet to make a move on Wilco. Myself in 4th with Smith really close behind. 2-second penalty though, so another clean race bonus out the window. Very difficult track to keep a clean race bonus on, specifically because of track limits. They're so tight, and yeah, it doesn't take a lot to pick up a penalty. So this is Drsl pitting from 1st place. Wilco pit as well this lap. Jogger coming around Parabolica in third place, so yeah, Wilco's in the pits, got Drsl in the pits. That's Drsl just coming out of the pits, so that looks like, oh, he's just Knee Jogger's got a lot more speed, so Knee Jogger just reclaims first place. Drsl just about holds on to second place ahead of myself. Lost a bit of momentum there, so that's moved Smith up into third place. Drsl very nearly making the overcut work there. Knee Jogger reclaims first place after pitting first. Knee Jogger in first, Drsl in second, under pressure from Smith now. Got myself in fourth. Chris in a bit of space by himself in fifth place. Got Alex down in sixth. Richie in seventh. Wilco in eighth after his stop. Got Daz in ninth. F1 down in 10th. Knee Jogger going purple after that stop, getting some fresh rubber on. I think everyone jumping on the super softs again. We'll have a check as we run through the grid. Drsl still under pressure from Smith in third place. Myself in fourth. Close behind these two guys as well. Just coming through Parabolica. Does it look? Yeah, jumping in the pits again myself, so pitting from fourth place. So got Alex coming through Parabolica onto the main straight, also pitting. So that smooths Smith up a second. Smith has overtaken this somewhere, I'll have to have a look at that. So yeah, just coming through Parabolica on lap 10, just as I pitted I think, behind these two guys. I think Smith might have got the job done on Drsl at the end of the main straight. So yeah, it's me jumping into the pits. Let's dive on board with Smith. It's coming down the main straight, got a lot more, carrying a lot more speed into the first corner. A little bit later on the brakes as well. Meets the first apex nicely. A nice clean overtake there from Smith on Drsl. So Smith, after his first lap incident, moved himself back up into second place. Even these half an hour races, he's got more than enough time to basic consistency goes a long way. Mistake-free races. It's yeah, so Smith up into second. Drsl down to third. Chris in the fourth. I've rejoined the race in fifth place by the looks of it, just ahead of Wilco and Daz. Not Daz, I beg your pardon, that's Richie in seventh place. That's Daz behind in eighth. Got F1's moved himself up to ninth, I think, after Alex pitting. So Alex at the back of the grid now after his pit stop. See what sort of times he can do. There's all sorts of different strategies playing out at the moment. I can't really call it. 10 minutes to go. Fuel levels are different. Yeah, the timings of the pit stops have been all over the place. So yeah, we're still a long way to go. 2/3 of the race done now. 10 minutes left to go. Knee Jogger in first place, Smith in second. Dez putting the pressure back on, so Smith certainly hasn't dropped Drsl. He's firmly in the slipstream coming down the main straight. But Smith good on the brakes and nice and tidy for the first chicane. Retains second place, Drsl in third, so Chris in fourth, just coming out of chicane. Myself in fifth, Wilco still close behind in sixth place. Richie in 7th. Oh, Daz looked like he had just caught the back end then. Looked like he was just about lose control. He's got F1 critical on fuel at the moment, so looks like he's settling for a fastest lap bonus. He's gone purple 2 laps ago with 47.1. Leaders at the moment are at 47.9s, so yeah, unfortunately F1's had a bit of a incident field qualifying and race, and finds himself at the back as the fastest man on the grid, but so yeah, rejoins Smith and Drsl in 2nd and 3rd. Still close, Chris in 4th. He's got Richie having a look at Wilco now. Moves to the outside, coming up to Ascari, place to overtake. So if he's done well if he makes that stick, I think he has. Keep some momentum going coming out down to Parabolica. He's done really well there to overtake Wilco on the outside. Wilco's obviously gave him enough space, but he's compromised his exit out of Ascari, and Daz is having a look into Parabolica. Wilco just about holds on. But Daz is going to be right up his gearbox coming on the main straight. Let's jump on board because he's going to be extremely close coming into turn 1. Could end up being 3 wide here as Daz is sensible, goes early on the brakes, but will shot it completely. 7th place. A mistake into turn 1 and drops a couple of places back to 8th. He's going to be under pressure from Alex as well. Alex with fresh tyres and setting personal best. Coming through Ascari. We've got 7 minutes left. Fuel and tyres are looking pretty good for Nijogger at the moment, so just looking at that, I'd say he wouldn't have to pit. We've just come up to 6 minutes left. Same as Drsl, looking comfortable 2nd. Chris looks like he's closed that gap a little bit. He's just in this shot in 3rd place. So Smith's tyre wear might catch him out soon. He may well pit again before the end of the race. Myself in 5th, tyre wear looking okay with fuel. Fuel's looking a little bit low at the moment. Daz is looking good on fuel, good on tyres, is on the soft as well, so durability should be there on those tyres until the end of the race. Got Richie in 7th, good on fuel, but we'll see how he gets on with the tyres towards the end of the race. Wilco, a little bit less fuel, but should be okay. His tyres are looking pretty good. Might be able to mount an attack on Richie. Alex might be critical on fuel, but you see him closing this gap up soon. Making that 3-way battle, 7th, 8th and 9th. Race leader Nijogger just looking really comfortable out front. He's obviously started on pole the last round, finished 7th, so he's going to be really disappointed. Showed amazing race pace as well, but I think it was just a safe strategy call in the first race. He went long on the first stint, and I think it cost him a little bit. And yeah, ended up 7th because these tier 1 races have been very, very close, and yeah, just losing a few seconds with the wrong strategy call could end up costing you quite a few track places, track positions. So 7 down the grid. grid. Looks like Wilco's putting a bit of pressure onto Richie now. So his tyre wear, he's got a lighter car and his tyre wear's a little bit better. So he's come out of parabolic onto the main straight. Just picking up a slipstream. Richie goes defensive, so he covers the right hand side. Wilco's going to have to go around the outside of the chicane to get this job done. Brakes well, but oh, it looks like Richie ghosted out. Looks like Richie ghosted out there and he's lost 2 places. So I don't know what happened there with Richie, but that's him down to 9th place now. Wilco up into 7th. Alex follows in behind, moves up to 8th place. Wilco just picking up a penalty coming through that second chicane. I say so. He just loses the back end. Oh, he's gone. He's onto the grass. And another little spin for good measure. That's unlucky. He was, got himself up into 7th place. That was running well. So Richie back up into 8th. That's Alex up into 7th now. Oh yeah, we've got coming across the line. 1 minute 49 flat. Left, so the leader. Drsl crossing the line. He's a little bit quicker than Lee Jogger this time around, but I think Lee Jogger's doing just enough to get this job done today. He's led pretty much. I think he's led start to finish. So 2 laps left to go. We've got Chris in 3rd place. He's had a pretty quiet race so far. It's just found himself in a lot of space and just put in consistent lap times. He had a little battle with myself early in the race and I bottled that. And done an extra pit stop also, so that's made me fall back through the grid. You've got Smith in 4th, looking critical on fuel with just over 2 minutes to go. But obviously you've got to complete the lap you're on. Got myself in 5th, also looking critical on fuel, so it might be fuel saving. Definitely will have that in mind. And it looks like Drsl is closing the gap to myself as well. Who's Drsl looking good on fuel. Tyre wear still really good. I say really good. It's pretty good for how long this stint has been. Richie in 7th. Alex down in 8th. So it looks like Richie's overtaken Alex somewhere. So he's just jump on board with Richie. Looks like just coming into Parabolica. Takes a look up the inside. He's got the job done pretty cleanly. Well, Alex is holding on to him, coming onto the main straight, but Alex may well be in a tighter fuel mix, as he's just dropping back a little bit in the slipstream. So Alex is on a bit of fuel saving now. We just crossed the 28-minute mark. So yeah, a few drivers, including myself, I think just misjudged the fuel a little bit. Wilco looks good. So looks like F1's gonna put a move on Wilco and move himself up into 9th. But yeah, so we've got Lee Jogger in 1st place. Substantial lead to Drsl now. Hasn't put a foot wrong all race, and just jogger just coming around parabolic on the final straight for the start his final lap. Drsl in a comfortable second place at the moment. Chris in third, tight on fuel, but don't think there's enough pressure from behind to from Smith, who looks even tighter on fuel as he jumps into the pits on the last lap. That's interesting. So I'm surely going to move myself and Daz ahead of him as Daz gets the job done. Looks like I'm in a lean fuel mix coming down the main straight as Smith rejoins the track just behind myself in 6th place. He has literally just put a splash of fuel in. His tyres are still pretty worn. Yeah, I'm still yeah, looks like I'm still in a bit of fuel saving, so Daz is disappearing up the road a little bit. And it looks like Smith is going to get the job done as well. Yeah, Smith moves himself up into 5th place. That's myself down to 2nd after a misjudgment on the fuel. So to rejoin the leader just to come through Ascari for the last time. Lap 17. As I say, hasn't put a foot wrong. He's had a brilliant race start finish. Obviously, last round got pole, finished 7th. This round got pole. Just parabolic as a go. Looks like he's going to take his maiden victory in the Drsl this season. There it is, Nijogger first place, well deserved. Start or finish, led every lap pretty much. Drsl in 2nd place, just crossing the line, ditching a penalty. Chris in a comfortable 3rd, done well, save enough fuel to keep going to the end. Daz, brilliant racing. Daz kept it clean, moves himself up into the 4th on the last lap. Yeah, Smith just bringing it home in 5th place. Myself in 6th, Richie in 7th, Alex in 8th, Wilco in 9th. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next week.